Old Testament, you have to know your own story and how Jesus has impacted your own story. So how do you know how Jesus has impacted your own story? It means you got to take time to be thankful for the things that God has done in your life. You got to make time to step away from the busyness of the world, and you got to say, God, I'm thankful for this that you did in my life. I'm thankful for that you did in my life. And you just got to do a lot of prayers of thanksgiving. I'll just tell you what you should do. You sit down with a pen and paper this Thanksgiving, and you write down all the things you're thankful for. You write down all the people in your life you're thankful for. You write down the CFC, Live Christ, Share Christ, Say No Word the Confessor, whatever it may be that you're thankful for. And you just continue to lift up all these things in praise. And when you start to do this, all of a sudden God's going to inspire you, and he's going to put a lot of other thoughts into your mind, and you'll say, oh, I'm thankful for this. Oh, I'm also thankful for that. I'm thankful for this person. I remember when I met this person back in the day, and I remember thankful for my parents and my sister and my friends and all the good people I've met throughout my life. And what you're doing is you're training your mind to see God. When you develop a thankful heart, you're training your mind to see how God and how Jesus is actually acting in your personal history. Not just something in the distant past, but something that actually happened in your life. When you met that person at the Couples for Christ, or whoever it was who brought you to this meeting today, or you met that person who got your heart to move more towards Jesus, whatever that was, when you're thankful, you call those things to mind, and you keep that in the forefront of your brain, and then your brain starts to be able to see how God is more acting in your life. One of my favorite saints is St. Ignatius of Loyola. And St. Ignatius would do this every hour on the hour. So like at 7 o'clock, he'd stop 5 minutes. He'd think what he was grateful for over the past hour. He would do this every hour, showing how much gratitude he had for God. If you want to see how God is working in your life, you got to have gratitude. And the great thing about gratitude, too, is once you're grateful, you're not going to have a lot of sins. You're not going to be tempted to go onto the internet to find lustful images because you're grateful in your heart for the things you already have. You're not going to get greedy and want the next thing that your neighbor has because you're grateful in your heart for what you already have. And it's just the way your life starts to go when you start to develop that heart of gratitude. But it takes a choice. You got to make a choice to say, I'm not going to be so worried about the future. I'm going to look at what the good that God has done in my personal past. I'm going to write down all those things I'm thankful for. And then I'm going to grow in confidence like Brother Roy so I can get in front of a bunch of people and talk to them about Jesus. And it takes that attitude of gratitude, and you develop that through practice. But if you do, you grow in confidence. And when other people see that confidence, because of the gratitude you have in your heart for what God has really done in your real life, they're going to be attracted to your faith. All right, that's good. We can eat.